The air in the kitchen felt too thin, like I'd forgotten how to breathe. I stood frozen, the divorce papers trembling in my hand, her signature, Eleanor, etched in blue ink like a blade. She'd left them on the counter, next to a half-empty coffee mug, its lipstick stain a smug little smirk. The house was silent, but my pulse roared, a drumbeat of betrayal I hadn't seen coming. How had we gotten here? 20 years, 2 kids, a life built brick by brick. And now this. I'd noticed the signs, hadn't I? The late nights at work, her phone angled just out of sight, the way her laugh felt sharper, like it wasn't for me anymore. I told myself it was stress, her promotion, the kids' college applications, the creaky old house we'd poured our savings into. But the truth was colder. Eleanor wasn't just leaving me. She was planning to take everything. The papers demanded the house, the savings, even my grandfather's watch, the one I'd promised our son Jake. I sank into a chair, the wood creaking under me, and stared at the grain of the table. It was scarred from years of spilled wine, crayon marks, and laughter. Our life. My chest ached, not just from loss but from the dawning realization that I'd been blind. I'd loved her too much to see it. Last month, she'd started talking about securing our future. She'd pushed me to refinance the house, to liquidate stocks, to move money into a new account for the kids. I'd signed the papers, trusting her. God, I was a fool. The account was in her name alone. I found out yesterday when I called the bank, my voice shaking as the teller's polite confusion gutted me. Sir, that account has been closed. I wandered upstairs, the stairs groaning like they felt my weight. Her closet was half empty, designer dresses gone, leaving only my faded flannels and her old running shoes. The bedroom smelled faintly of her perfume, jasmine, sharp and fleeting. I opened her nightstand drawer, desperate for answers. A folded note slipped out, her handwriting. Meet me at the lake house, 8 p.m. Friday. T. My stomach twisted. Tom. Her colleague. The one she'd mentioned too casually too often. I should have confronted her then, but I didn't. I sat on the edge of our bed, the note crumpled in my fist, and let the memories flood me. The way she'd kissed me on our 10th anniversary, her eyes bright with something I thought was love. The way she'd cried when Jake broke his arm, clinging to me like I was her anchor. Was any of it real? Or had she been playing me for years, waiting for the right moment to cash out? Friday came, and I drove to the lake house. The sky was bruised purple, the air heavy with coming rain. The house was dark, but her car was there, parked beside Tom's sleek BMW. I gripped the steering wheel, my knuckles white, and forced myself to breathe. I wasn't here to fight. I was here to understand. Inside, their voices drifted from the living room, low and conspiratorial. I stood in the shadows of the hallway, my heart pounding so loud I feared they'd hear it. It's all set, Eleanor said, her voice cool, unfamiliar. The house, the accounts, everything's in my name. He doesn't suspect a thing. Tom laughed, a sound that made my skin crawl. You're ruthless, Ellie. He's got nothing left. I stepped into the light, my voice steady despite the storm inside me. Not quite nothing. Eleanor gasped, her wineglass slipping to the floor, shattering like my trust. Tom froze, his smug grin faltering. David, she stammered, this isn't what it looks like. Don't, I said, my voice low, dangerous. I know everything. The accounts. The house. Tom. Her name felt like ash in my mouth. But you missed one thing, Eleanor. Her eyes narrowed, confusion flickering. What are you talking about? I pulled a folded document from my jacket, the one I'd spent all week preparing. I sold the house. Yesterday. To a trust for the kids. The accounts? Drained. Donated to charity. You thought you'd bleed me dry, but I've been one step ahead. Her face crumpled, shock giving way to fury. You can't do that. It's mine. It was ours, I said, my voice breaking. Until you decided it wasn't. Tom stood, his fists clenched, but I didn't flinch. Walk away, Tom. This is between me and her. He hesitated, then grabbed his coat and left, the door slamming behind him. Eleanor sank onto the couch, her hands trembling. David, please. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I wanted to believe her even now. But the truth was a blade, and it had already cut too deep. You thought you'd win, I said, stepping toward the door. But you lost us. I walked into the rain, the cold biting my skin, and didn't look back. The lake house faded into the dark, along with the life I'd thought we had. I'd protected our kids, saved what mattered, but the cost was everything else. My heart, my trust, my home gone. And yet, as the rain soaked through my jacket, I felt something new. Not relief, not victory, but a quiet, aching freedom.